Hello everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com back again today with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. I think I'm going to be making XRP a mainstay in terms of these daily crypto update videos because, to be honest, XRP is at the end of the day one of the big three cryptos. Okay, although it isn't right now in the top three, at least technically speaking, right, because we do have Ether and USDC that are taking the third and fourth spot, and then BNB. Historically, XRP has been a top three cryptocurrency, and in terms of importance, I'd say that it is probably the third most important cryptocurrency as well. So there's several reasons for me making XRP a mainstay crypto on the channel here for these daily updates. So hopefully you all like that. If you're happy about that, make sure to hit that like button. But as per usual, we're going to be starting off the live stream with Bitcoin, ETH, and then XRP, and then we'll move over into some of our smaller altcoins. We'll take a look at some news pieces, etc., etc. There's quite a few things to talk about here. I haven't made a video in a few days now in terms of live streams, so we're going to jump right into it, okay? First off, welcome everybody. We're already at 5 live viewers. Welcome. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications if you haven't already. We're going to be talking about what crypto has been doing in the last few days. Pretty important stuff, okay? We're seeing some volatility come into play. Now, what's interesting is, funny enough, there's some articles that kind of predicted this, okay? And we're expecting volatility for whatever reason. I don't know of any specific reason other than the fact that there's been a lot of shorting in both stocks and crypto, and that can cause, spikes in price, right? Short squeezes. So this seems to have happened to an extent in Bitcoin, of course, even over the weekend, right? Because if I look at, let's go over to the 4-hour time frame here, you're going to see what happened basically, what was it? Friday, and then leading into Saturday, Sunday, what happened after that. So basically, Saturday, right, we kind of bottomed again at around $19,000 flat. That was this point right here on the chart. And then right after that, we actually ended up pumping quite a bit here. Got a nice 3.5% pump after pulling back a bit. Now, this pullback was a little bit unexpected in my opinion. I thought that we were maybe going to see that breakout. The thing is, it looks like the price is waiting to stabilize, both in terms of our moving averages, okay? So those are these lines over here, the orange one, the red one, the blue one. We're stabilizing, which gives us a better chance to actually rip higher afterwards. And, we are, at the end of the day, in between this range, right? Our support level, the blue line right here, and our yellow resistance level. So right now, right, we've already been in this pattern. Now, we made a few attempts at breaking out of it, even a couple worrisome moves below it. But overall, right, we're still in this pattern, and we're still seeing some up and down moves. So this could last for some time, guys, unfortunately. And, of course, hopefully we'll be out of this sooner rather than later to the upside. But there's just no saying, since, we need to wait for a confirmation of either the break of $20,000 again. And to be safe, I would even say $20,400, $20,500. Of course, what we really want to happen is get back into the uptrend line. The thing is, as time goes on, it's going to be harder to get back above that. We'll just have to wait till time goes by and then start breaking up into the higher ranges. So this is very much of a time-based thing here and a waiting game in terms of what might happen next. Of course, there's always the risk of seeing that move below 19K, which could push us at a very big risk of starting to sink below 18K again. And, 18K has been very big support. But back here, we had moved as low as 17,600. That's the level that we absolutely don't want to go back below. So, hence the title of this video, right? There's volatility, but am I still bullish? Personally, yes, okay? I do think that we're going to manage to sustain the consolidation and get a pump up to $27,000, probably even $28,500. So I still think that's going to happen. Could it take another month and a half? Absolutely, okay? We talked about how if I move over to the Ethereum chart, which is a very important chart to be looking at as well in this type of time frame. Let me just clean this up real quick, and we're also going to maybe bounce over to the daily chart on this one. But right now on the 4-hour chart, we have, you know, the breakdown that we saw later last week, okay, which was very worrisome. The good thing though is that we immediately shot back up above our support level, okay, at $1,250, which was very important. And now we are really looking at, you know, seeing if we can get back and hold above our uptrend line. So for Bitcoin, that's not happening yet. Ethereum is much, much closer to its uptrend line, which makes it more likely to manage to get back in this range. And if it gets back in this range, we'll have to see where Bitcoin is at. But right now, Ethereum itself looking quite good here, folks. I mean, I still think Ethereum has quite a bit of strength in it. If we look here in the last 24 hours, last 7 days, Ethereum has actually been pretty substantially outpacing Bitcoin. Okay, it's doing about twice as good in the last 7 days. I think that pattern can continue. I also want to remind you, right, up to our next big resistance level, which would be around $1,700 for Ethereum, from the current price, that's a basically full 30% move. If we go over to Bitcoin to compare how big that price move would be up to its next target level, next resistance level, and at this point it's better for me to moving over to the 1-day chart, because, you know, this has to do with the 200-day moving average, our red line. That's kind of our target line for a pump higher. You know, up to the 200-day moving average, looking 35%. If we only hit about 27,000, let's see, how much is this line at right now? It's at 26,000, so we could go a little bit above that. So Bitcoin acting a little bit more slower, a little bit more sluggish. That could also mean that it could catch up to Ethereum. And of course, Ethereum, you know, this is a coin that if it's able to break above $1,700, this could probably go as high as $2,000 quite easily. Okay, so that's even going to be looking like a 50% plus move higher. And that's why I'm saying, you know, people are still quite bearish right now. And yes, right, there is reason for concern because we're seeing this volatility, we're seeing this panic in the market. The fear and greed is actually even lower, which means there's more fear in the market than a week ago. Okay, you can see last week we were at 24, last month we were at 27, now we're at 22. So guys, this is showing that the market is indeed panicking more. Okay, that also explains the volatility to an extent. You know, the markets are still scared, they're selling off very quickly. Yes, we're getting some moves higher, some pumps here and there, right? But we also, like I was talking about for the Bitcoin chart, we tend to get these drops lower. And by the way, I want to see your comments. Say hi to the live stream, everybody. We're at 10 live viewers. That's amazing. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Please remember you can support this video by leaving a like, turning on that subscribe bell notifications, and also consider dropping a super chat to support the live stream. These daily live streams, the best crypto live streams on YouTube, that's the best way to support them is through a super chat donation. Now, what I was talking about with selling off very quickly, okay, I want us to move to the 2-hour time frame here. This will give you a very good idea of on the shorter time frames how Bitcoin, etc. is moving. So like I said, right, we got this move higher. We didn't actually end up even going back as high as our previous high over here. We were quite a bit lower than that, basically triple topped up here, and then instantly sank back down. Okay, so there is still quite a bit of weakness in the market here. And of course, that's not the pattern that we want to be seeing. At least we can rest assured that we're still in the range, which is good, okay, because we're not sinking lower, at least as of right now. But we really want to try and trade in the higher areas of this range. So call it anything above $19,500 is a lot safer, and stay above that, okay? So that's as far as Bitcoin is concerned here. And we got a pretty sharp bounce off the 40-line RSI. That's, of course, a good sign. It seems like there's quite a bit of support there. So I'll go ahead and mark down this support level as well on the chart there. That's an indicator support level on the RSI 40 line, okay? So that is a bit of a bullish formation. Our MACD is still very weak. That's something that had worried me, and I talked about even last week, was why is our MACD so weak right now? And you know, maybe it's just because we're pretty flat on the chart, and yes, we get these ups and downs, but overall, right, there's a lot of sluggishness. That could be what's causing the weakness on the MACD, or there might be something bigger to it, like a bearish divergence, where maybe we will indeed lose our support level. Okay, and let's move back to Ethereum, because Ethereum has actually a bit of a different chart than Bitcoin, right, in terms of its formation already of our target level at $1,440, end of the symmetrical triangle formation. in terms of how it's moving quite a bit differently than Bitcoin. Now you can see here, now that I zoomed out a bit, we still have this range also that we're in for Ethereum. The good thing with ETH is, like I said, we're much closer to our 200-day moving average, which means that we can more easily get above it and really start moving higher comfortably without much resistance. And same thing with that uptrend line. Okay, so those are two things that could easily become support levels and actually help the price move higher into the range, and eventually hopefully even break out of this range, start moving up to $2,000 plus. Okay, now I think this is a good time to go ahead and take a look at some market news. Before we jump into that, just wanted to talk about the heat map. I love using this this little tool here to get a big picture look at the crypto market, see if any coins are specifically outperforming or not. Here in the 1 day, right, a little bit of up and down, mostly red though. A few coins that are still doing good. Matic, Uniswap, I had mentioned those coins before. Those have been some pretty nice outperformers in the last few weeks, months of bearishness. In terms of the last 7 days though, market not looking as bad as you might think, okay? Which is why I'm saying don't get too bearish too quickly, okay? Even though there's fear in the market, and if we do lose the support level, then you can get more bearish again. But right now, guys, we're still okay. We're still pretty flat. Now, one thing that's interesting to notice here is we are having some altcoins, talking about XRP specifically here, getting some more volatility. It's been very steady. Now, I'm not too worried about it yet because we're still above 45 cents, and I think 44 cents is a very big support level for XRP, and we're going to take a look at the chart of XRP in a second here. But what I wanted to mention is look at some of these altcoins that were actually doing quite good in the last month, outperforming. They're turning quite red, okay? So that might be a little bit concerning for these altcoins. Now, we've got things like Solana very close to that $30 level. Don't really want to see Solana go back below $30, but if it happens, it could end up causing a ripple effect of just, you know, a pretty nasty downtrend, moving down to maybe $20, even $15 on the low, okay? AVAX, DOT, XRP, ADA, XLM, ETC, Doge, these are all in the red right now. We have a few outliers, call them the best of the best altcoins like Matic, Quant, etc., the ones that have been outperforming for months now. But other than that, we are definitely seeing a little bit of a struggle with some of these medium range altcoins, and that's something that we haven't seen in the last few weeks. Now, we do have some here like Aave, Maker, Curve, some of these mainstay ERC20 Ethereum altcoins that are doing very, very good. And I believe they might be some of the bigger movers here in the last 24 hours. Let's take a look at it. So we've got Frax. This is a long time kind of top altcoin. Very, very big in the DeFi space. This one is on an absolute rip. So up 31% in the last 7 days, almost 10% in the last 24 hours. Aave here turning back on. We're up over 10% in the last 7 days, over 4% just in the last 24 hours. So very nice price move. Matic, like I said, this is probably one of the best altcoins in the market, all things considered. Also a great long-term hold as well. It's my biggest altcoin holding. And, you know, I think this coin is going to continue to hold up quite nicely. It looks very hard for Polygon to start moving back below 60 or 50 cents. So that's something that is good for anybody who holds Polygon like me. In terms of other altcoins, you know, Uniswap, this is one that's always quite steady right now. Curve turning back on. This is an interesting one just because Curve is, of course, the backbone of DeFi, and it's at some very low prices at below $1, okay? So if we look here, right, in terms of the previous high during the bull market was right around $6.50. That's a pretty nice move from where we are now, right? On a big altcoin like this with somewhat reduced risk. So it's a play that I like quite a lot. And then we've got some smaller, medium-sized altcoins. I also like to look at the worst performers in the last 24 hours, and then we can look at the last 7 days as well. So here we got things like Ethereum Proof of Work. I've talked about this one before. Luna Classic, this one has not been doing good. Maybe some more panic in the Luna ecosystem. I mean, it's a coin at the end of the day that's always going to be sketchy now, right? So you have to kind of expect that. We have things like Algorand. This one is okay, still holding up pretty nicely above 30 cents. Lido, up massive 12% in the last 7 days, pulling back now. You know, I'm waiting for this one to kind of get another big pump, to be honest. Yes, there's concerns about it kind of being slowed down in a way, just because it owns so much of the proof of stake liquid staking on Ethereum. But I mean, it's one of the mainstay DAOs and protocols on Ethereum. So at $1.48, kind of similar to Curve on this one, where its bull market high was all the way at around also $6.50. It looks here like $7.30 was the absolute high. Once again, pretty nice move back to the all-time highs on what's kind of as close as you're going to get to a AAA altcoin DeFi play. Okay, we're keeping an eye on these metaverse NFT coins like Decentraland, Sandbox. They're having a bit of up and down, but overall still kind of struggling to return to their previous glory as of right now during this bear market. ApeCoin, this one had drama with an SEC investigation similar to Ripple. So, that always causes a lot of a sell-off in crypto, okay? And actually, great time to look at XRP. I want to see your comments, guys. We got our first comment from Iron Lux Trader, regular viewer here. Smash the like button. We also see Cody is right asking about any thoughts on Woo Network. I can take a look at it later in this video. And guys, I want to know where you all are from and what your thoughts are on the market. We have viewers from all around the world. Don't be shy on this channel. This channel is meant to be interactive on these live streams. So please participate with us in these great live streams on cryptocurrency. We want to know your thoughts as well, okay? Yes, I have a huge amount of experience in crypto. I've been around pretty much since the very first bull run, even before that. But I want to know your opinions as well on the market, where you see things going. It helps everybody when you share your opinion, okay? So let me know here. Since we're seeing so much volatility up and down on Bitcoin or ETH, do you think that we're going to see the pump higher, or do you think that we're going to end up losing our support levels? Seriously, I want to know your thoughts, so don't be shy. Let me know in the comments down below. You can also let me know any other coins you want me to do an analysis on, okay? Now, XRP here. In this range between, like I said, 44 cents and then 55 cents at the top here. Coming back lower into this range, okay? Maybe it's going to want to make a move back down to 38 cents to kind of clear this previous jump up. But to be honest, right, still a coin that I like a lot. Even if it were to sink quite a bit lower, which I don't necessarily see that happen right now. I think that would only happen if Bitcoin or ETH drops substantially lower. But I think that it will actually persevere through the lawsuit, and at that point after lawsuit, it's probably going to fly above $2, probably above $3 as well. So there's a lot of profit potential there for XRP. And in terms of the actual move higher, we first need to get above 55 cents. As soon as that happens, that's opening up the way for a very nice move up to some of the higher levels that we haven't seen recently, okay? Things like 65 cents plus. As soon as we get back above 65, 70 cents, we're going to be in a much nicer range to start making reattempts above $1, okay? So that's what to expect for XRP here. And of course, I'd like to know your thoughts. Anybody who's part of the XRP army, let me know your thoughts on what you think XRP is going to do here, okay? We are above our 200-day moving average, which means that XRP is actually outperforming compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum quite substantially. In fact, if we come over here and move over to the 1 month time frame, XRP is one of the strongest performing altcoins, okay? So don't get it twisted here. It's up 23%, while Bitcoin and ETH were respectively around 4 and 10% in that same time frame. That's a very, very big outperformance, okay? That means that it outperformed BTC by basically 20% and ETH by basically 33%, okay? So pretty crazy moves from XRP in a bear market. You can only imagine what's going to happen when the SEC lawsuit is cleared and the bull market turns back on for a coin like this. Like I said, it's above all its major moving averages. That includes the 200-day moving average, the red line. It includes the 50-day moving average, which are actually uptrending, looking like it's going to flatten out here and then get a crossover. So I'm still very bullish on XRP. If you're glad that I'm adding XRP to these live streams on a regular basis now, it's going to be included in every single live stream. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a like. Also, don't forget to support the live stream with a super chat. I'm going to read a few of your comments here. We have Cody is right saying, I'm in Canada. I'm pretty iffy on the market. Kind of thinking of slowly buying back in on a few things soon. Patience is key, of course, folks. None of this is financial advice, but patience is key in these times where the market is volatile. I myself had a few, probably around 2-3 months ago when we saw a very big dip, I had bought back just a bit in certain coins. And, I think that taking it easy, taking it slow, waiting for those good prices is going to be the best bet here, okay? But yes, slowly dollar cost averaging if you have that side income, could be a good idea. Of course, that's not financial advice. It's just my own personal opinion. And of course, I think we all know, right? You have to be willing to kind of iron hand these coins, right? In this type of market, when you're in these slow times, you don't know exactly how long it could take. It could take longer than expected, right? And longer than expected might mean a few months, maybe even a year or two, okay? If that is the case, which hopefully it's not, but if that is the case, right, you need to be ready if you're buying now to hold through that. Now, we have Iron Lux Trader saying, bull market after Fed pivot. Fed needs to slash interest rates and pump money into the economy. Bull market 2024. What's interesting with that comment is the stock market has been acting quite well here. We've had 2 very big green days in stocks, okay? This is due to some of the governments like the UK, etc., kind of starting to cave in to the market and basically artificially holding it up like before with quantitative easing type policies. And that's, of course, good for stocks and crypto, okay? So if we start seeing more of that lenience, that could really help crypto get the move higher that we want. And by the way, guys, crypto kind of had this pullback earlier today. You know, I'm sure we can find it on the XRP chart here, where, you know, we Saturday we were doing pretty good. We got the move higher here for XRP. It was from the bottom a full 4.5% move almost, right? And then we flipped back lower. This move lower had to do with stocks initially doing good, but then sliding down later into the day, okay? Because we were up as high as 1.65% today. So that did cause a little bit of a pullback here in crypto. We're seeing this a lot. And by the way, talking about the articles, okay, you know, we see here this headline: Bitcoin slips as stocks rise, sparking speculation over correlation. Okay, BTC's 30-day correlation with stocks drops to lowest point since January. The U.S. Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes are likely priced in. I don't agree that Bitcoin is losing correlation with stocks whatsoever, okay? I think that it's still very much correlated to stock. Yes, that doesn't mean that every single day, every single week, it's going to move exactly in line with it. But overall, right, we're seeing at least they're playing off each other, okay? When we're seeing cryptos, or stocks, I should say, all of a sudden pull back, we see an immediate pullback in things like Bitcoin. Immediate. You can actually usually see, right, if you're looking at the Bitcoin price maybe a few times a day, and all of a sudden you see a big drop, go and look at the stock market or the stock market futures. I guarantee you, for the most part, that there'll be a drop in the futures as well, or in the stock market, okay? So that tends to be very, very true. So I don't necessarily agree with speculation, you know, or correlation disappearing from crypto. No. Other than that, crypto prices decline slightly as trading volumes continue to sag, okay? Low volume, that's never a good sign for the crypto space. We want as much volume as possible. And by the way, Blue, regular viewer of the stream here, is saying, hello, boys. Welcome to the stream, Blue. Now, when volume is low, right, it makes it easier for manipulators to short sell the market and cause massive downside, okay? That's why I also say be very careful on the weekends. Weekends can be days where crypto pumps, but if we're heading into the weekend with weakness, usually that weakness gets continued through. So you need to be very careful when that happens, okay? And, you know, other than that, we also have, let's see, interesting subheadline: Bitcoin and Ether volatility have also been declining, but the futures estimated leverage ratio for both have been rising, okay? So people are taking on more leverage here. Now, just a few days ago, Bitcoin was actually doing good, moving above 19.5K. That's what I talked about when we hit this low here, and we moved up as high as 19,700, which was quite nice, okay? That's where I'm trying to see us head back here soon, so we can get that move above $20,000. So, you know, despite everything we're seeing, we're still seeing Bitcoin can turn back on. You know, the flip of the switch can happen in a second in crypto, okay? And you can see here, I didn't even see this bit, but look at this quote, guys. Pay attention to this. The gains of Bitcoin today mirror those in equity markets, with risk assets more broadly getting the week off to a good start. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about, guys. That was yesterday. The correlation is real. And so we need to hope for stocks to do good to help support the crypto prices. It's going to be very hard for crypto to just pull, you know, a solo move and go on a massive bull trend. That's really not going to happen. Now, Here you can see Bitcoin price easily due to hit $2 million in 6 years. Coming from Larry Lepard. I don't know who this is, but you can see here the current price is nearing the level where Lepard will back up the trucks with the asset manager eyeing 100x gains. People talk about this still, you know, the possibility for 100x gains for Bitcoin, right? And you can see here that you know, some people are still kind of betting on that move. Now, maybe kind of contradictive quote, Bitcoin could go to 0, but I personally believe Bitcoin going to up 100x. Okay, so interesting, you know, idea. We can see here that 14,000 is a popular downside target. That's a level that I've been talking a lot on my charts, right? If we do move below that $18,000 level again, 17,600, after that, guys, it's all the way down to I move back to the daily time frame. It's down back to very, very low, pretty much $14,000 exactly, give or take. Okay, that's a next big support level after that. Are we going to see that happen? Could be the case. Okay, we can't know for sure. What we do know is that if we move below our support level here, we're probably going to see this 14K level. Not something that we want to see, but it could happen. Of course, when we hit this level, it's going to be absolute pandemonium and panic. Okay, you can first off just imagine how high low the fear and greed index will be. You can also imagine that there's going to be a lot of conflicting parties. You know, some people shorting it down to the ground, some people buying it up, hoping that it's going to get a bounce, maybe the buying opportunity of a century. So there's going to be a lot of parties doing different stuff. It's going to cause a lot of volatilities if we reach those lower levels. And it's going to take a while for the dust to settle as well. Do I think it's possible that we see the $2 million price point in 6 years? I'd say it is possible. Never say never with Bitcoin, never say never with crypto. I think $1 million would be, first off, more realistic. $2 million, a very high market cap for Bitcoin. So I'd say $2 million may take, you know, over a decade. But yes, okay, initially reaching 100 to 200,000, that's something that I think can be done in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe the next 5 years if things are slow, okay? Sharp Bitcoin price move expected as volatility hangs at record lows and sellers are exhausted. Bitcoin price has been range bound for 126 days. That's what I was talking about when I said that we've been in this tight range here for Bitcoin for all this time, okay? All this time since June now. So you can see here that people are starting to pay attention to this. And, you know, it can be a very good thing because if we get a breakout, it can really lead to big price pumps. But on the flip side, guys, it also means that we're stuck, okay? But you see here, but analysts say an explosive move is imminent. So as soon as we break out to the upside or the downside, it's going to be a very sharp move, guys. We're starting to see seller exhaustion. I think this is true. But we also need to see buyers come in enough to counteract that and actually break us out above our resistance levels, right? Yes, sellers may be exhausting, there may be less sellers, but how many buyers are there? That's also important to this equation here. Trading indicators are also at pivot points. Bitcoin price range, Bollinger Bands are getting real tight. ETH looks the same, right? That's the same thing as I was talking about with our, you can see it more easily on the ETH chart actually, I believe. We're flattening out on those Bollinger Bands, okay? The Bollinger Bands are two very slight blue lines. It's right in line with our support level, and then our other blue upper Bollinger Band line is a little bit above our resistance level. We're very flat, okay? So we're coiling up to a very big move, that's for sure. We can only hope at this point that it's going to be to the upside. Interesting Ripple XRP news. Ripple wants to bring Ethereum smart contracts to the XRP ledger. The EVM-compatible XRP Ledger sidechain is set to undergo its second phase in early 2023, which will make the chain permissionless and improve scalability. I think the team behind Ripple XRP is very smart. People underestimate the plans that they have for the future, right? Of course, there's still a huge fan base behind XRP, and people remember it from its glory days when it used to be, you know, one of the best performing coins, right? Moving up to $3, $2, etc. But the team is still working on some very, very big strategic moves, things that could revolutionize XRP and, you know, cause XRP to really become a $100 billion coin, which it probably arguably already should be. Now, this is a very, very big deal, right? You can see here, according to RippleX software engineer, the release means developers no longer have to choose between XRP-L, that's the XRP ledger, or EVM compatible blockchains, okay? Developers will also be able to access XRP-L's fast, low-cost transactions and bring Solidity-based smart contracts onto XRP-L. I think this is a big deal, guys. I think XRP is setting itself up so that after its SEC lawsuit, which they briefly mentioned here, now going on for almost 2 years, it could be a very big deal, guys. And after that, there's CBDC plans. It could really, really become one of the biggest cryptos out there again, retaking back its third biggest market cap spot, right? Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP are the big three at the end of the day. I think that might forever be the case. I think XRP has lost that third spot only because of the SEC lawsuit. It really, really slowed things down for XRP. That doesn't mean that it can't recover from that, though. This was an article for a few days ago. Ethereum price eyes 35% rally. Guess what? That's that same level that I was talking about, right? From our current price moving back to basically that $1,700 area. That's what they're talking about. After 6,000 ETH gets burned in 1 week. That's a crazy amount of ETH, guys. And this is during a bear market. There's still protocols like ENS, Ethereum Name Service, which are, you know, basically holding up Ethereum's price and activity in terms of the DeFi side of things, right? And that causes Ethereum to get burned now that Ethereum is proof of stake. It's considered ultrasound money. I made a whole video about this on my channel, so please subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and check out that video after this live stream, okay? It's a full, pretty lengthy Ethereum in-depth analysis price prediction, and I talk about its deflationary factors with its new upgrade to proof of stake and what that can cause for the price, okay? So right now it's already burning quite a bit of Ethereum, but in the bull market, guys, it might be something like we've never seen before, okay? The amount of trading volume in terms of transactions to NFTs, etc., minting, it's through the roof in bull markets, okay? And with each bull market, right, the network effect grows, it becomes bigger and bigger. So, you know, the burn that we might be seeing on a daily or weekly basis could be more than people expect. And if that's the case, you can only imagine that Ethereum is going to fly above $10,000 with no problem. Okay? That's because it marks the first deflationary move of Ethereum. Very big stuff, guys. Very, very big stuff. I talked about this. There's this website, Ultrasound Money, that shows these charts. You can see the amount of ETH that's being burned. If you're excited for this, smash that like button. We have Not Jacob saying the only thing I'm bullish on is the right traders content. That's an amazing comment. Thank you so much, Jacob. And he's saying big fan, 6,000 ETH is a ton of money. Yes, it is for sure, guys. It's pretty crazy stuff. And you know, hopefully you enjoy me covering these type of detailed articles. You know, if you enjoy this, hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and support the live stream with a super chat, guys. I do these daily live streams for all of you with in-depth analysis. Please support the stream, support my daily work. Since it is my full-time job, support it with a super chat donation, guys. It's greatly appreciated and helps support the channel for the long term. I cannot keep doing this for the long term without the super chat donations, guys. So we can see here, XEN is over 40% of all Ethereum transactions. I guess that's a crypto, that got minted or something. Like I said, right, there's a lot of projects that launch, especially in the bull markets, that causes a huge amount of minting, a huge amount of Ethereum will be burned in those type of conditions. This is possibly something to look forward to here moving into October, okay? Now, we are, as of right now, October 18th, And October has been historically pretty bullish month for crypto, right? We've seen, of course, several weeks of pain for crypto, downside movement, right? But I want to remind you all that that also leaves us a very nice opportunity for a bounce here heading into end of year specifically. End of year has been historically some of the better times for crypto, okay? We peaked out right around November on the previous bull market, and for this last first bull run ever, we peaked in January, mid-January. So that's something to maybe expect here, since we've been seeing months and months and months of downside. End of year could actually bring some hope here that we could see a big bounce higher. And, you know, I think that something that we could see, we see here, historical price shows BTC gained 10 out of 13 Octobers, okay? So the overwhelming majorities of Octobers tend to be upside price moves for Bitcoin. And of course, November and December could even turn more bullish from that, okay? So this is something that I think might play a price into what we're kind of expecting here, okay? So I'm going to pay attention to this. I'm going to pay attention to the heat map as we head into the next few weeks here. See how these coins are moving. I think we could fully see this stuff pan out. And in fact, let's go over here and choose this month here, if this applies correctly. I've never done the specific month time frames. Oh, I guess it is. So right now, right, we are quite flat as of right now in this month, okay? We had a few altcoins outperform, but very flat on Bitcoin and ETH. Literally dead flat on Bitcoin and ETH. I actually think this is quite bullish personally, right? We could be seeing massive downside like we had the few previous weeks, but we're not seeing that. In fact, we're seeing the prices hold up, which right now is actually very much of a bullish sign in my opinion. Now we have Heems asking about a crypto here. He's saying, any thoughts on Rune? Now wait, I need to see which I've heard of this crypto before. Let me pull it up here, see if I remember this coin properly. Okay, that's Thorchain. Pretty interesting concept behind this this crypto, this blockchain. Very good price performance in the last bull run. Now slowing back down. As far as the price is concerned, it's yet another one of these altcoins that's, you know, kind of hit a rock bottom, it seems like. You know, it's kind of toying with its support level right now, which I don't like that too much, but I think it's a pretty good coin. I think this one could actually see some pretty nice price action in the next bull run. The upside potential is pretty huge, since it's only $1.50, and compared to its all-time highs, guys, I mean, even around 15 bucks, that's a 10x, 1,000% move, and back to its all-time high, that's over 1,200% plus. So pretty nice upside potential there for Rune. In terms of Woo Network, we had someone earlier in the stream ask about this coin. By the way, if any of you want to see other coins that you want me to do a technical analysis on right now, please let me know down in the comment section below, guys. I will cover the coin you want me to do a technical analysis on. I just need you to not be shy and leave a comment so I know which coins you want me to cover. Woo Network right now at 17 cents. I've heard of this coin, but obviously not a huge expert on what the whole project is or anything. And let's see if I can get a full-blown chart that mimics this one over here on one of the exchanges. There we go. So a few things that I like with this chart formation here. First off, one thing that I talk about a lot, okay, yes, it came back very low to the lows, but it's substantially higher than its previous bottom. Okay, still up 245% from its previous bottom. That's a pattern that I like to see. For Rune, we were actually pretty much basically almost on the previous bottom. Here we're actually quite a bit above it. That's a pattern. That's one check mark off the book, okay? Also, another good sign here is this coin did make some very nice higher highs throughout the bull run. Now we are, of course, in this big downtrend, more so I'd say in a consolidation, because funny enough, we have actually broken out of this longer term downtrend that we're in. Now we are actually in a consolidation pattern, okay? So we're waiting the price to get that breakout. And right now, more recently, in the last few days, maybe the last week or two, it looks like it's started a very nice steady uptrend. We have multiple days of straight green candlesticks. That's of course quite bullish. It looks like it's eyeing a move to 22 cents to its 200-day moving average. Probably could test 24, 25 cents pretty easily from there. And of course, anything after that would push it back into pretty strong price action. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you all a couple more minutes to leave a comment on any other coins you want me to do an analysis on today. I will gladly cover it for all of you. We have Cody is right saying Wu Network is owned by Binance. It is a deep liquidity network for DeFi and CeFi. That's pretty interesting. I did not know about that. Pretty interesting coin. Pretty interesting coin, and it looks like some people are eyeing it during this bear market. Okay, people have been buying this up since the last week or two. Still, guys, now's your chance. If you want me to cover any other coins during this live stream, please let me take a look at it. Let me know down in the comments below. We have Heems saying, any thoughts on the recent Aptos launch? I saw a few news pieces about that. Please let me know in the comment section below what the whole backstory is behind this token. Because to be honest, I didn't follow the whole thing. So I'd love to talk about it more, but if any of you could maybe leave a comment just giving a brief explanation on what was going on with that Aptos blockchain, that would be quite interesting. So it looks here, found the article, FTX A16 backed Aptos blockchain is off to a sluggish start. Transaction speeds and tokenomics disappoint on the first day of transactions for the Solana killer chain run by ex-Meta employees. Can this protocol gain the trust of investors? Now, first off, bit of a weird coin here. First off, FTX is backing this coin, yet it's supposed to be a Solana killer. That's kind of weird to me since FTX is a heavy Solana backer. Moreover, it looks like it's run by ex-Meta employees, but it's struggling to take start. These blockchains that are broken, that have a huge amount of issues, I'm not a big fan of them, guys. We're light years ahead with the mainstay blockchains in terms of the security and the stability. I'm talking about things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Basically, never having a hiccup ever. So when these new coins on the block come around and have technical issues, it's very, very embarrassing in my opinion. You know, they're trying to push the transaction speed above 160,000 transactions per second, etc. You know, it doesn't matter if your blockchain is not functional, if it has technical issues. Okay, so it's a bit embarrassing and it's a bit of a joke. However, Aptos currently has a lower TPS than Bitcoin, and a majority of tokens are either staked or ready to be dumped on retail investors. See, this is the type of stuff you need to be very careful of with these type of blockchains. I don't know fully enough about this specific crypto, this specific project, but be careful with stuff like this, okay? Right now, in these sketchier times already in the crypto market, I don't think it's the best idea to go into the more riskier plays. I think you want to stay with the longer term, safer plays. Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, maybe Solana, Dogecoin, Polygon. You know, as soon as you start heading down to the smaller altcoins, anything after top 50, top 100, you're really adding huge amounts of risk, especially when the market is weak to begin with. With that being said, folks, you can go ahead and still leave a comment here if there's any other coins you want me to do analysis on. Cody is right saying it's also a deflationary coin like their BNB token. Costadin, welcome to Costadin, regular viewer of the stream. Costadin is saying ETH 2023 September $180 to $250. Very bearish prediction on Ether from Costadin, but we could see, like I said, if we move below $1,000, $500 is probably guaranteed at that point, and there is a very high risk of us reaching this level right here, which is around $350 ETH if we move below $1,000, right? It might seem impossible from where we are now, but please remember, it causes a massive liquidation, ripple effect, where as soon as we start losing the big support levels like $1,000, the selling skyrockets, goes even more panic, and then we really get the crazy prices to finally reach the peak bottom. So still something to be careful. It's still something that could happen. With that being said, folks, I'm going to wrap up this live stream for today. Thank you so much for the viewership and the support. Super chats are always hugely appreciated to help support the live streams. I want to thank you all for watching. Please remember, follow me on Twitter. Live market updates. Check out my technical analysis master course. You can see all the great reviews from students down here. Link in the description. Less than $20, 30-day money back guarantee. Big thank you to everybody watching these live streams. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and of course, leave a like. And I will be seeing you all very, very soon for our next crypto update. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe.